Hi, welcome back. Okay, so today I want to talk about some of our learning experiences that we've had and how we've adjusted everything that we are and all the things that we do. This is still so new to me, the camera moving. I don't want to call them failings because I didn't fail. I simply had to learn that actually, I knew already that I didn't know anything about packing for a child. I mean, this is my first child and going to be our only, but I worry. I'm a worrier and an overpacker, which means that it was a good thing we drove on that first trip. Otherwise, we would never have we would have been paying so much in over baggage fees. I think I packed 3 of pretty much everything. She had 3 outfits for the day, multiple washcloths, multiple towels, 3 burp cloths for every day, blankets, socks, which she never wore. We had entire containers of diapers, formula, wipes, all the things I thought she could possibly need. And we were only gone for 4 days. We took a 7-hour drive from our house to Anaheim for the D23 convention. I've been to conventions, so I knew what to expect with a convention. But for me, I'm like, oh, this is even different because this is Disney. I mean, this is a Disney convention, which is going to, of course, be different. I'm gonna have to find some setup for this camera because this is ridiculous. And I've lost what I was thinking. But, so we drove to Anaheim and I hardly brought her out anyways. And then all of a sudden here I am in a giant crowd of people. And she has always been great when we go to the stores or anything like that. So we thought, oh, well, this is gonna be fine. I'm gonna see how it goes. And one of the things we definitely learned was she is easily distracted when you're trying to feed her. So even though she's bottle fed, I was like, oh, well, I can just go sit at this table over here so I can watch the crowd, see the booths, walk around while she's eating her bottle. No, she wanted to watch everything too. And the food was a distraction. It was in her face and she didn't want it because she couldn't see. So then I ended up having to go into the bathrooms and find a seat and put myself in there, and she'd get distracted by the mirror and the people in line. But for the most part, she ate a whole lot better if we went somewhere quieter, away from the people. So, I mean, I spent a lot of time sitting in a bathroom trying to feed my baby because I didn't even realize that she'd be that distracted because I had never tried to push the environment. I'd always make sure she was home before it was time for her to eat, which I didn't even think of. Like, oh, I should try and feed her while we're out so that she gets used to the idea that she doesn't have to be at home in a specific position. She slept good though. At least she slept good. She would sleep through anything. She slept through giant music playing in the convention rooms while she was just like, oh, whatever, I'm sleeping. I think my biggest takeaway from that trip was that I was too prepared. If there's such a thing as being too prepared, I didn't need as much as I brought. And there was a store down the street, and it made getting up to the room at the hotel a challenge, especially since one of us had to have the baby. And it made getting everything packed at the end of the trip back into the car a challenge, especially because we had bought a bunch of stuff. She's supposed to be napping, and she's not. She's screaming in the next room. don't know, it's one of those things where I think I had to challenge myself to pack less. Take in account the fact that we're going to be right next to a store. We had our family with us, which is a huge bonus. And I needed to prep her more, which I didn't realize. She hadn't been around and out enough. And I thought, oh, well, this is going to be fine. And now that has me worried because here we are pretty much on lockdown. And she hasn't been anywhere in months. Like, I don't feel comfortable taking her into stores, which is my choice. And what is that gonna do when it's time for us to go again? So we had a cruise planned in June of this year, which we got canceled for us. And we rescheduled for December. But we chose to cancel that already, and we've rescheduled for July of next year. Which were our choices, because that was what I felt comfortable with. In addition to being an overpacker, I think I mentioned I'm a worrier. I overthink everything, that's why I'm an overpacker. But I think that was the biggest challenge we had for our second trip, which I'll talk about in the next one. I have an actual breakdown. I'll see if I can type it up and add it to this, of everything I packed for this trip. And it's pretty crazy because we had like bags of stuff that had to go up to the room. And like I said, we were only there for like 4 days. I think the convention, we were there for 2 or 3 days of it. I think we left early, and we didn't even go to Disney because we didn't have park tickets. And we figured it'd be crowded, so we didn't buy any. And we went to downtown Disney, but we didn't go into the park. So here's my thing for you. Your first trip as a first-time mom, a young child. Be honest. Were you an overpacker as well, or did you underpack? Or did you just get it right because you've always been great at packing? I want to know your secret if you were one of those great at packing people, because I need to learn it. I have trips and things we need to do, and we need to get better. So let me know, and have a great day. Welcome back to Family Travel.